Ajay Kumar, several Congress governments have raised objections with the vaccine policy, but when the government was centralizing and taking decisions, you wanted this to be thrown open to state governments, which is exactly what the Modi government has now done. So why then does the Congress still have a problem?
Which world are we living in when we say that there are three different prices working vaccination? The government has announced the price for remdesivir. It has announced the price for toxazolomab. And here is a private company funded by the government. Bharat Biotech research and the intellectual property is owned by the government of India. We give them 3,000 crores and 1,000 crores. Then you say you price it differently and the market forces will operate. You couldn't even control the remdesivir prices. You're getting it at 1,50,000 people all over. And you think that the private place now, Mr. Adar Poonawalla is deciding that who is he going to distribute to? He said in his interview on this channel, or whatever I heard your bite, that I will distribute to first Maharashtra because they have the right. So now Mr. Adar Poonawalla is the god and Bharatiya Janata Party decides that God, Adar Poonawalla will decide who will get the vaccine in Maharashtra and rest of Bihar can go to dogs and Jharkhand can go to dogs because Mr. Poonawalla will say that who needs to get the vaccine. And Bharat Biotech will say in Hyderabad that since you're in Hyderabad, we will distribute to the people of Andhra Pradesh and Hyderabad first. What are you doing? Have you ever heard of three levels of pricing?
His rabble-rousing and his constant heckling is not going to change the fact that remdesivir is not manufactured by either Serum Institute or Bharat Biotech. For that matter, remdesivir is not even a vaccination. I don't know what his point is. For that matter, the black marketing and hoarding of remdesivir started in Maharashtra with prices going up to 50,000 rupees, 1,50,000 rupees. Last I checked, law and order was also under a full state subject in Maharashtra. Whatever happened to your non-management and absolute incompetence in managing state of affairs in Maharashtra, which is not seen dip in any kind of infections. Now, since you're asking who is Adar Poonawalla to decide, well, I'm not going to speak in defense of Adar Poonawalla because he's not going to decide. 50% of the monthly take is going to go to the central government. 50%, there is going to be a task force which is going to see how it is being equitably distributed. And the 50% which the government, the central government buys is also going to be dispersed amongst the states only. We are not going to set up a museum near Rajpath. Trust us on that. As it has been happening over the 3.5 months, we are the people who disperse the vaccination. That's why you were so proudly, screaming from the rooftops, "Humne 1 crore ko kar diya vaccinate Maharashtra mein." Now, what is more important is, as far as expertise is concerned, I did not know Chhattisgarh Health Minister Jairam Ramesh, Anand Sharma, Shashi Tharoor had any kind of expertise or any kind of medicinal degree to proclaim that the authorization given to Covaxin is premature. Covaxin is not a good vaccination.
What explains the collapse of the health infra system and what is it that is being done at the moment to resolve it, sir?
Yeah, I totally agree. The system is getting collapsed. And the reason behind this is this second wave has been more deadly as compared to the first wave. And during the first wave, we were more prepared, better prepared. The government was very well prepared. And there was a lockdown which had given us a time period where we were able to prepare a lot of things. This time, somehow everybody did not anticipated this COVID breakdown, second wave, and nobody had anticipated that this will be too deadly.
Are we to understand that this is mismanaged by the management by the hospitals? Is it that the tanker distribution supply system collapsed? Or is it that the governments, both at the state and the center, just didn't anticipate the scale of the crisis?
So let me say, Rajdeep, you said that Sangeeta already made a very sensible statement at the end, what had she learned? And she said that we need to put our infrastructure in order. Well, what's happened between the first and the second wave? We escalated the beds. We did a lot of things. We said we had ventilators. We actually said we got beds all over. We surplus beds. It was soft infrastructure. There was never a hard infrastructure put into place. That's sad. We had all the time. And then there was a de-escalation of infrastructure in the midst of euphoria. And that euphoria was as if we'd won the war. It was not just the battle we'd won the war. Corona had been driven away. We were the greatest country. And I think all that didn't help the present situation of carelessness, casualness. And the second wave, of course, we talked about it and the variants on. Now, about the oxygen part of it.
No, so who's responsible, really? Sir? Sorry to intervene. Who's responsible for augmenting that infrastructure? The hospitals or the state or the center?
So it's all wrong. And whether you say it, who's responsible for not noticing this second wave and not preempting it? Everyone. I mean, it is a failure of the public, it's a failure of the leaders, it's failure of you, it's failures of me, it's failure of the virologists, the advisors, the epidemiologists.
आज ही प्रधानमंत्री ने कहा कि वो अपनी रैली कल नहीं कर रहे हैं। यही बात ममता बनर्जी ने भी कही। अब वर्चुअल रैली होगी, अब वर्चुअल रैली होगी।
राहुल गांधी 8 दिन पहले कह चुके, आज देश मर रहा है, देश का शमशान गृह बना दिया निकम्मी सरकारों ने। देश में ऑक्सीजन पैरासीटामोल नहीं मिल रही और आज कह रहे कि बंगाल का दौरा रद्द कर दिया।
और किसानों की यात्रा से वो पैरासीटामोल और ऑक्सीजन मिलने लगेगी, किसानों की यात्रा से बनने लगेगी ऑक्सीजन अपने आप। जो किसान सिंगू बॉर्डर पर आकर 15,000 किसान यूनियन वाले, जो यूनियनबाजी होगी उससे होने लगेगा ये सब।
अरे कोई केस है आपके पास कि बॉर्डर से कोरोना फैल रहा है?
नहीं नहीं, अगर वो गलत है तो ये कैसे सही है? वो गलत है तो ये कैसे सही है? क्या दो गलत चीजें सही बनाते हैं कि वो अपनी नाक काट रहे तो आप भी नक्कटा संप्रदाय शुरू कर देंगे?
आप गारंटी दे सकते हैं कि अगर आंदोलन खत्म हो जाए तो वहां कोरोना नहीं होगा, देश से कोरोना चला जाएगा?
अभी आपने कहा राहुल गांधी के बड़ा प्यार से आपने कुछ खास कर उनका नाम दिया, वो भी रैली करें तो वो उससे क्या कोरोना नहीं होगा? समझिए स्थिति क्या है। आज से 15 दिन पहले तक, आज से हफ्ता भर पहले तक जो स्थिति आज भव्य है वैसी नहीं थी, जानकारी भी नहीं थी लोगों को, ऐसे समझ में नहीं आ रहा था। आज स्थिति भव्य है, आज स्थिति खतरनाक है, परंतु आपने एक डुगडुगी बजाई। अभी मैं योगेंद्र यादव को चैनल सुन रहा था, एक झूठा प्रचार, एक प्रपंच किया। नहीं, सरकार वहां पर कोई एक्शन लेने जा रही है, आओ इकट्ठे हो जाओ, वापस इकट्ठे हो जाओ। अरे भैया, हाथ जोड़ के विनती कर रहे हैं, ये समय नहीं है इकट्ठे होने का, ये समय है अलग अलग रहने का, दूरी बनाए रखने का, मास्क लगाने का। कृपा कर मैं आपसे हाथ जोड़कर, आप आंदोलन जरूर करिएगा, वापस आ जाएगा, आपकी बड़ी शक्ति है सर। आपने बड़ी बड़ी महापंचायतें कर ली, राहुल गांधी के ट्रैक्टर पर बैठ के हमने मना नहीं किया आपको, कोई रोका? आपने यूपी में महापंचायत की नहीं रोका, आपने हरियाणा में कहीं नहीं रोका, राजस्थान में कहीं नहीं रोका ना, मना नहीं किया आपको। इसलिए नहीं मना किया जब तक इस प्रकार की विकट स्थिति नहीं थी। आज स्थिति विकट है, इसलिए हाथ जोड़कर विनती कर रहे हैं। और एक तो छोटी सी विनती कर रहा हूं आपसे, कृपा करके सिंगू बॉर्डर से एक क्लीन कॉरिडोर दीजिए ना। वो पानीपत से 140 मीट्रिक टन की ऑक्सीजन आती है आपके चेते मुख्यमंत्री को, जिसको आपने अभी जाकर पंजाब में चुनाव लड़ाना है, उस राज्य के लिए 140 मीट्रिक टन पानीपत से आती है ऑक्सीजन। वो ऊपर घूमकर आती है, पूरा ब्रिज काट कर आती है, 4 घंटे का फालतू रास्ता लगता है और दिल्ली में चलाई होती है। इतनी मेहरबानी अपने चेते मुख्यमंत्री पे ही कर दो और छोड़ो।